Hi everyone, Chris the Bull here from Esperlux, coming to you from rainy Geneva right here in Old Town. We're going to be seeing some amazing watches, talking about GPHG and Only Watch and what is slowly becoming the unofficial watch collector week in Geneva. So let's visit some friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us to our live from Switzerland week for Watch Week. We are really excited today to be broadcasting with Claude Greisler from Armin Strom. We took about an hour and a half train ride over here from Geneva. Very unassuming building with so much cool stuff happening here at Armin Strom. And a lot of exciting things happening for Armin Strom as a whole, as a brand. Maybe for the people that don't know about it, Claude, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do, what you guys, what your specialty is, and a little bit about, perhaps we can start with some of the releases as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So first of all, it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
To see you after we met in New York just 10 days ago, something like this.
The watch world is finally starting to get together again, right?
Yeah, finally, yeah. So Armin Strom, the brand Armin Strom was founded by Mr. Armin Strom himself. Mr. Armin Strom, who was very known for skeletonized timepieces, hand skeletonized. Mr. Armin Strom, who became famous for skeletonizing thanks to bigger brands like Omega, which highlighted him as one of the first independent watchmaker. So Armin Strom's vision was never cover the movement with a dial, so the movement becomes part of the design. Mr. Armin Strom is from the Swiss-German part. He lived near Bern in Burgdorf. Myself and Serge Michel, we are both born 1978 in Burgdorf. We grew up together. I became a watchmaker. I'm out of a watchmaker family. My grandfather, my grandmother, they were already watchmakers. Serge is from a collector's side. He started to collect his first watches when he was 12 years old, when he joined Swatch collectors group, and then was growing by more into mechanical watches, of course. So one day we were, Serge and myself, we were thinking about taking over Armin Strom because we both shared this vision of having a movement as a star of the design. We were able to take over the company from Armin Strom in 2008 here in Biel. So Mr. Armin Strom was already based in Biel. We were taking the decision in 2008 to become a manufacturer. So we were able to buy the building where we are today. It's actually a building where it has also his watchmaking history. It's a building which was delivering parts for Rolex Movement. There was a micro-stamping company here in this building. So 2009 is where we started our manufactory. We had a clear vision of how we want to have our watch movement. So first of all, the quality, the design, and the innovation, what we wanted to add to our watches. And this is now 12 years later. We are still here in Biel, much bigger than before. And
I remember visiting, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and a decent amount has changed since then, right? I think it looks very unassuming from outside, and when you step in here, people maybe might not know this about Armin Strom, but you guys do almost everything here. I mean, you have everything from the raw material, turning it out into parts and components, to the decoration, to the assembly, to almost, you're almost 100% fully integrated, right? And it's truly impressive. So if you ever have a chance to come visit here in Biel, you should. It's definitely worth it. Claude, a few things are happening this week. First, let's talk a little bit about GPHG. You have a watch that is a finalist in the ladies category.
Exactly, our Lady Beat. So the Lady Beat is a watch we So we had a lot of women's asking for an Armin Strom ladies watch. For me, it was not easy to come out with a clear vision of how a ladies watch should look like. But I had a clear idea of how we're going to create one. So we have worked together with two designers, two women's. One of them working for more in the fashion design, and the other one was a watch designer. So together with the two women's, we started to design the Lady Beat. The inspiration of the Lady Beat is the moon and the half moon. So it's a lot of round shaped parts. When you touch the case, you can feel how smooth it is with this curved sapphire crystal. Then we have the half moon, the dial, which is like a half moon and a full moon. And of course we have the movement, which is visible on the dial side. A very unique animation is that, so the watch is called the Lady Beat because we have the balance wheel built on the dial side to give this heartbeat animation on the dial side.
And I love this is also might be becoming an Armin Strom signature at the sort of the finger bridges, right? Right on the dial side. But the softness of the case is outstanding. And when I first saw it, I told you guys have a hit. This is just beautiful. Truly an outstanding piece. Good luck. We'll wait to see what the results are going to be.
We're looking forward. Yeah.
Another event that's happening is the the Only Watch auction.
The Only Watch auction.
That's right. The Only Watch auction, and at the Only Watch auction, you guys have a very special piece that's the Only Watch version of the Equalforce Gravity.
Exactly. Of the ultimate, what we call the ultimate sapphire. It's the first gravity Equalforce we launched with the sapphire dial that you can even see through the dial, which belongs a bit to our history or to our philosophy of skeletonizing. We have a guilloche main plate, hand guilloche, with a...
And of course the Only Watch version is in orange.
The Only Watch, we have the 3 finger bridges, which are in orange. Yeah, hands are in orange. To the 2021 color theme of Only Watch, which is orange, yellow, orange this year.
Beautiful. And for those of us that are not as familiar with the Equalforce Gravity, you guys have incorporated a technical element that had previously not been done in an automatic watch, correct? And if you could maybe tell us a little bit about the barrel, the unique element that's found in the barrel here.
Exactly, as you mentioned, the unique thing of the Gravity Equalforce is the barrel. It's an equal force barrel. That means we do control the torque, or the energy in the barrel, thanks to a Maltese cross. So Maltese cross is not new to the watch industry. Maltese cross, or also Geneva cross, were often used in pocket watches or in hand winding wristwatches, but there was never be done in an automatic winding watch. So this is the first ever built automatic winding watch with the Maltese cross. And the Maltese cross, the secret in the Maltese cross is actually the D-clutch system, because once automatic winding watch is fully wound, the main spring in the barrel starts to slip, because once your watch is fully wound, the micro rotor will still continuously wind your barrel, so that the mainspring in the barrel has to guarantee that you can't overwind the watch. So this is why after a certain amount of turns, this barrel starts to slip, and this is what we control finally.
And this is your take, I guess, on one of the biggest challenges in the watch industry, and that's how to maintain amplitude throughout from start to finish, right? And in this case here, some people do it with a constant force mechanism, and you guys, I think if I'm not mistaken, did you guys do a constant force mechanism at any point?
No.
This is your first take on it. Your first take on it, right? And so maintaining amplitude from a steady amplitude from beginning to end, and in this case, you've done it with the barrel rather than the actual gear train itself.
Yeah.
So really interesting stuff. Phenomenal looking watch, and especially with the finishing on I mean, look at this open work dial. It's outstanding. So we'll also be looking at the Only Watch version in anticipation to see what will happen. A lot of good stuff coming out this year at Only Watch. So lastly is a new release.
It's a new release, yeah.
A new release, the Tribute 1.
Tribute 1, exactly. So first of all, Tribute 1, it's a tribute to a classic dress watch. It's 38 millimeter. It's our smallest case, what we have now in our collection. The challenge was to make a contemporary dress watch, including our philosophy of having part of the movement visible on the dial side. So there is still a skeletonized opening for the barrel. The barrel in this hand winding watch is the star, because we have 100 hours power reserve. We have one of the finger bridges, which is visible from the dial side. And on the back side, we have this vintage inspired movement design. All movement parts are completely hand finished in-house. I mean, you just saw the ladies working on beveling, on Geneva stripes, on perlage. So it's fully hand finished. The whole movement is hand finished in-house.
It's a beautiful take on the. First of all, it's the entry price point now for Armin Strom. What's the retail on this piece?
It's 13,900.
I mean, incredible for in-house caliber that you guys design, construct, manufacture here. 38 millimeter case, great take for smaller wrists or people that prefer smaller timepieces overall. So it's outstanding, great stuff. What can we expect from Armin Strom moving forward? What anything you can kind of hint at here and there, or have to wait and see?
There is definitely a few things coming. I mean, the fact that we couldn't travel during the pandemic allowed us to have even longer days in our office. We have a lot of ideas which we were finally able to realize. We do celebrate in November. We do celebrate our 5th anniversary of the mirrored force resonance. So there is definitely something on resonance be launched by the beginning of next year. There is a new family member in System 78. Let's say like this. Will be a little bit more on the sporty side, a little bit less. It's because we have already 2 very classic looking models. So there will be more something in this Armin Strom tech philosophy engineered piece. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys are gonna knock it out of the ballpark. I mean, this is love seeing the evolution of Armin Strom and where it's headed. Some terrific stuff, and of course, I mean, the product's unbelievable and the finishing's outstanding. So this has been great. Thank you. Thanks for making the time today. Thank you all for joining us. It's much appreciated. Looking forward to seeing you on the next segment. Stay tuned. Thanks.
Thank you.